What if you had one adventure that you could use no matter what your party's level was and it was still interesting? Well, that's what Necromancers Hovel is going to be able to do for you. You can adjust easily this adventure depending on your party's level, and you can use it today. Let me walk you through it in this video. Hi, I'm Cole with Piranha Score Productions, and today we're going to be talking about Necromancers Hovel, a short adventure that can be easily ported to any kind of role-playing game that you're playing, as long as there's like an undead thing in it, because it's essentially just a big trap. So there are these leaders that want to send you to the foothills where you're going to fight a lich who's growing in power. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a lich, it could be any kind of thing that you want it to be. You can adjust it to fit your game. But in the adventure, it is a lich. Now, in Along the Ley Line, liches create themselves as undead, forever living things somehow, and it's not explained. In fact, you can't know what it is, because if the liches tell you, they're going to kill you, because they guard it very secretly, this ability to become a lich. You have to figure it out, and then when you do, you get in this club, the Pack Slictum. And once you're in the Pack Slictum, all of the other liches will help you and talk with you, but until you figure out how to become a lich, no one's going to tell you. So in this adventure, you have this guy that's trying to figure out how to become a lich. And if they're low level, then they kind of fail and become a ghoul instead, which is like this undead entity zombie that still is coherent and longs to be able to use magic, but can't because they didn't do their spell right. Or if they're at higher levels, they can be a powerful lich that has already been a lich for a really long time, or somewhere in between levels, you can just use a lich that is new. So you could have a failed lich, a medium lich, and a super powerful lich that you just change it. But the trap stays the same. You see, as they go into the lich's lair, there are rooms along the way, and these rooms are filled with zombies. Now you could change it to fit a different story. If you don't have a lich, they could be different things. But in this story, they're zombies. And so the players are going to be able to see into these rooms, these zombies, and they could go in and attack the zombies, or they could just bypass the zombies. If they bypass the zombies, the trap is really set. Because once they enter the room with the lich will call in all of the zombies to then attack the players from behind. So they've got a lich on their front, or a ghoul, and they've got hordes of zombies coming in behind them. It makes for a nice little pincer move, and it's all set there for them. The players see the zombies going in, and they might think, you know what, we don't want to deal with these zombies, we'll just continue to go in, we can avoid them. Or maybe they're smart and they plug the doors or somehow prevent the zombies from getting out. Or maybe they go in and try to fight all the zombies off, and that way when the lich calls them, the zombies aren't there. But either way, it is a trap, it's set up, it's quite clear, and I think it'll make for an interesting game. So one way that you can change the power level here, you could have fewer zombies in the room. You could even have stronger zombies, or different versions of zombies. Zombies with chainsaws attached to their hands, or something crazy. Or they could be different kinds of monsters. Maybe they have giant zombie dragons in there. It could be really fun. But there's one more thing before they actually enter into the hovel, this lair. There's actually skeleton guards outside. These skeleton guards aren't meant to be a threat in themselves. They're supposed to be calling in the zombies, and they'll all have some kind of bell that they can ring to summon the zombies out to attack. So these are essentially guards that will call in the zombies when needed. And so the players first have to figure out how to get around the skeletons to not call the zombies in. Then they have to fight their way through the zombies or somehow block it, and then finally reach the bad guy. And it's easily modifiable to any kind of game system because it's essentially just a trap. I hope you can see how this can be easily changed for anything that you want. You just need guards on the outside, then a series of rooms where you see a bunch of soldiers or bad guys, minions of the big bad evil guy. They can kind of stop them along the way, or ignore them, or try to prevent them from coming later on. Then they face the big bad, who instantly calls in all of their forces to help them in the fight. Well, if you like this adventure, you can pick it up on DriveThruRPG right now just for a couple of dollars. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you want to be able to connect this to some other story, check out my last video about Resupply the Bearded Knights, which deals with a lich creating abominations and amalgamations. Well, I hope all of your games are full of dread and laughter.
And a spell at the bottom. Look at that. Oh yeah, there's a hidden spell book that is going to be coming out. Be on the lookout for hints about where you could find it. It's going to be posted somewhere online for free. And also not for free. Maybe you can find the free one.